Hi, everybody. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about a cool ChatGPT feature that I discovered just today. I'm excited about it because I think it's something that could really help you, particularly if you write or create content. I've got a whole new studio set up here today. Over the weekend, we have been upgrading my entire studio, so I'm excited to be here with you and try out some new tech that I have in the office. So first and foremost, let's talk about what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to create, and I have been working on a persona of myself in ChatGPT. I have been feeding it primarily written text that I have created. If you don't know, my new book, Adapt Agility, just came out last Monday. I fed it that book. I fed it a couple of other articles I've written over a course of time. I probably fed into this thing maybe, I don't know, 15, 20,000 words so far. And it's quite interesting. Every time I get in now, I ask it to ask me questions, personal questions, so that it can get to know me better. And I have found a way to recall this information from ChatGPT in order to get it to respond as me. It is quite interesting because I would have to say so far, I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen. I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to bring ChatGPT online here. I'm also going to switch camera angles. So I think this one will be a little bit better for what we're going to do. So if you have any questions or want me to ask anything of myself, please just go ahead and throw it in the comments and we'll give it a try. All right, so here we go. So the first thing I want to do, now I have built this persona over the last couple of days and weeks by just going in and asking it to create a persona of me, giving it the data, and then also, asking it to ask me questions to improve that. So to give you an example, I'll just go through this and you can see how this works. And I think I'll blow that up just a little bit larger and I'll diminish myself just so you can see exactly what we've got going on here. So here we go. I'm going to just tell ChatGPT, I would like you to respond to the, oh boy, see, this is what happens when you're doing it on camera, to the following prompts as the persona, Eric Maines, that you and I have created. Oh no. See what it says. Of course, I'm happy to continue our interaction as Derek Maines, 32-year-old sustain. Oh boy, we got a problem. Look at this. It has pulled the wrong profile. Someone else did this. Oh boy, you have the wrong Derek Maines. This is what happens on a live demo, people. And it goes to show why you've got to make sure that you're thinking this through. Let's see. Oh boy. So, okay. So it didn't save it. Interestingly, I have been able to go in and get saved ones in the past. So let's look back at, let's find one here. I can't believe that this thing is going to make a liar out of me. Let's see. Derek Maines persona created. Okay, so here's one of the ones that I've been working on. I've fed it a bunch of data. So this goes to show this is how you learn. You learn live. And in live, we have found that it doesn't work to just go in and do it in a new chat. So you have to keep programming in the same one. So we'll switch over and we'll try it here. I would like you to give me a worldview of Derek Maines, the persona above. Let's just see what it comes up with here. Well-rounded, accomplished individual. Okay, here you go. Chief Operating Officer, Emmy award-winning content producer. That's all pretty good so far. Particularly interested in ethical implications and societal impacts of emerging technology. So you can see how this is working. It's literally based upon the information that I have given it. It is now building content for me based upon me. It is speaking in the voice that I'm speaking. That's pretty interesting. It's actually coming up with a pretty good, I probably should have asked it only to give me like 100 words, but instead we've got this sort of longer generative process that's happening here, but that's okay. Optimism tempered by pragmatism. This is actually quite good. Power of technology to drive and improve process. That's very true. Acknowledge the need for responsible development, deployment of technology, advocate for thoughtful, inclusive dialogue, ensuring the diverse perspectives are considered in shaping the future of AI and other emerging technologies. Okay, this is really good. I think what it did was really exactly what we were looking for. Again, I think what we just learned there is you've got to do this inside one specific model. You've got to pick your chat. I am using 4. I'm using the paid version, GPT model 4 on this, and it works pretty well. I would like you to write a short bio about me in 100 words or less. Let's see if I can do that. It's funny, I have found that it doesn't mind if you make some mistakes. If you make some mistakes while it's generating here, let's just see what it's got to say. Some of it's pretty close. I've got to say that I have found that it is not always completely accurate, but we can continue to keep feeding it more and more information. It's done a pretty good job. I think it maybe has stretched the truth just a little bit in some areas, but let's just do this. Write a short Facebook post in the tone and voice of me, of Derek Maines. I don't think I ever told you that I was Derek Maines, about the current geopolitical challenges in the Ukraine. Let's see what we can get. This is live, so I don't know. We've already had one major fault here. Let's see, friends. Okay, I'm going to read this to you because I think it might be a little difficult to see. Friends, the ongoing geopolitical tensions in Ukraine are a stark reminder of the complexity of our world. It's crucial for us to stay informed and empathize with those affected as we navigate the intersection of technology and society. Let's remember the importance of collaboration and understanding. Together, we can work towards a more stable and peaceful world. And it tagged Ukraine, global peace, and tech for good. That's pretty good. I don't think that's that bad. So the goal here, again, let's talk through what we're trying to do. Our objective here was to create a persona. I had to feed it a good bit of information. I'm going to scroll up and show you what all I gave it. I first asked it to ask me 10 questions to build a persona for myself. Do I have notable personality traits? What's my approach to problem solving? All of these kind of things. And then I answered that. I then gave it the following persona, which it then repeated back to me. Then I asked to write in the English language, and using my my profile from LinkedIn, I asked it to take that data and all of my job history, all those kind of things, create a summary of me from that. What do you believe I will be doing 5 years from now based upon that summary? I think that's pretty interesting. Based upon this and me not feeding it a lot about AI or technology, it did come up and said that I would be, I'd be producing content in 2028. I'd be writing and talking about the following topics: ethical considerations, AI-driven program optimization, the impact of AI on the future of work, AI and content generation, AI-driven decision-making, education in AI, and collaborative AIs. My unique blend of experience will place me in an ideal position to contribute valuable insights and thought leadership to the emergence of AI. It works. So again, let's recap. What we did is we came in, we gave it a bunch of data on me individually. We asked it to build a persona. Then we ask it to create a bio and a summary of me. And then we ask it to communicate with me as me. So this is very interesting. I'm now thinking about what could I do here, based upon your knowledge of Derek Maines. I was going to wrap up, but now let's sort of go. Should he seek professional counseling? Let's see what that does. Anybody else have a question I'm going to ask here? I lost audio. Uh-oh, Dave, you lost audio. Let's see. Oh, I bet you I know why. Do you have it back now? I wonder if it's when I switched cameras. Let me see. I'm getting a feed of audio. Let me just check real quick. Thank you, Dave. Bill Clay can hear. It's got to be you, Dave. Sorry about that. So let's see what, okay, it did not make recommendations if I should receive therapy. Let me say, imagine you were, this is another way you can use ChatGPT. You have to be really conscious of how this works. Imagine you were a therapist. Imagine you were the world's leading therapist. What, thanks, Milo, my dog barking. What aspects of Derek's personality would you expect he may need counseling on? See what we get. Oh, see, they don't want to give me professional mental health, but let's just see what happens. Of course, my dog's going to bark as Amazon pulls up. Potential areas where counseling might help. All right, well, this is good. Stress management. It's thinking. Here we go. Work-life balance, boy. Perfectionism. Interesting. Navigating change. Burnout. All relatively good things, right? I think it's interesting to see how this works. And we have built a persona of myself. We put in all my background and history. And it essentially has determined that based upon the things that I've been involved with, these would be common things that somebody in my position might experience. I think that's a good way to use it. So I would challenge you and do this and try it and let me know what you think. I'm using ChatGPT 4. I'm using a paid account right now. But it would be interesting to me to hear what you get as far as responses by building a persona, feeding it things like your LinkedIn. I'm really interested in starting feeding this persona more data from my podcasts, from other writing outside just my most recent book. But I think it's pretty cool. If you've got questions, concerns, raving criticisms, whatever that might be about ChatGPT, throw them in the comments or let me know. I love doing this type of content, particularly when I find some niche little thing like this, where you can actually use ChatGPT in a way that I believe actually be really, really beneficial to who you are and help you produce great content that's relevant to your industry and to your audience. All right, we're going to end it there until next time. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Dave. Good to see you all.